The Norfolk Broads provide a key habitat for UK bat populations, which have seen major decline since the 1970s. Within the area in and around Norwich, 11 of the 18 UK bat species have been found, many of which are European protected species. This particular part of the Broads ecosystem presents specific challenges for bats, as it is attached to the University of East Anglia. The campus, covering 320 acres, has many wooded areas which are ideal for roosting, making it an important site for bats in and around the city.
In a lot of the books about bats in the UK, UEA is listed as one of the most important places in the UK for them. So they have 11 of the 18 species we have in Britain.
Bats are an important part of UK ecosystems, which provide useful functions such as the suppression of insects and agricultural pests. Currently, the UEA Estates team conduct work around the grounds to try and prevent harm coming to the bats.
We're at a point, I think, I would say that our department is as clued up about potential hazards to bats with the work that we carry out, more so than we've ever been.
Amongst the on-campus hazards for bats, there is one that can prove difficult to resolve. During the daytime, the appearance of green space on campus looks like suitable habitat, and the buildings have plenty of spots for roosting. However, like many students, bats are nocturnal mammals, and at night they are affected by artificial lighting.
Certain species of bat will not go near a light, let alone go past them. If you build a row of lights, like a row of lampposts, the bats will just see it as a brick wall and they will not bother trying to go past it. It literally just stops them dead.
Artificial lights are incredibly important, allowing students to move around safely at night, and some students that we spoke to said the campus may not have enough.
I would like more lights on campus, because when I leave to go home at night, there's not enough.
The field opposite the Zigs is incredibly dark, especially during the winter season when you're walking back.
For any new lighting to be installed, or any development work done that may affect bats, it is required for the university to perform an ecological survey prior to starting.
We'll get an independent ecologist to come out and do a survey on it. It's a sort of belt and braces approach, if you like, to our works out here, and it's always, if ever in doubt, always err on the side of caution.
A more recent piece of lighting development has been the addition of floodlights to the UEA Sports Park, which students have been appreciative of.
I play football, so we have trainings at like 5 p.m. and in the winter it gets pretty dark pretty quickly, so then we wouldn't be able to train if it weren't for the lights.
So obviously, unless we play with the luminous balls, we ain't going to be able to see, are we?
However, some evidence suggests that the university did not engage in best practice with the installation of these lights.
The UEA hired an external ecologist, not one of their own, to conduct a bat survey before the lights were built on the sports pitches. The survey came back and said there's no bats on campus, you're perfectly fine. So obviously there's a lot of financial incentive to make the sports pitches accessible. Somehow they managed to get permission to build those sports lights, obviously to a detrimental effect of the bats. But it must have been a private consultants who will often overlook the presence of bats, or they'll overlook certain things in order to get paid.
We were told about one specific instance with the construction of some new floodlights for the sports teams, where it was said that the university, rather than using a member of their own faculty, decided to hire an external ecologist under the assumption that it would increase their chances of getting the construction approved.
Yeah, I mean, that again, that's they say, isn't there? There's three sides to every story. There's that size, and then the truth.
And the truth is that ultimately these environmental conflicts are rarely so clean-cut as to suggest the way forward other than continuing to recognise and compromise between the campus as both a human institution and a natural habitat.
I think there's conflict between the university's needs to grow and function as a university, as a learning space.
For UEA then, on the issue of lighting and bats, it is most appropriate to find solutions where they can address both the needs of the environment and the students, though how future developments may look remains to be seen.
We look after the the grounds, and we're custodians of the grounds and everything and everyone that uses them, you know. So, and that goes for the wildlife as well. We want to make it as habitable as we can.